Most of us don't notice this while journaling. We don't just write what we feel, we try to understand it immediately. Every thought turns into a question. Why do I feel this way? What does this say about me? What should I do with it? And at first, this feels productive, like you're doing the right kind of reflection. But after a while, it becomes heavy because not every thought is ready to be understood. Some are still forming, some are incomplete, some don't even belong to a clear narrative yet. And when you push them to make sense too quickly, they either become forced or they disappear altogether. This is where journaling starts to feel like effort. Not because writing is difficult, but because you're asking too much from each page. There's a line from Maria Rilke that comes back to me often. Try to love the questions themselves. Not solve them, not rush past them, just stay with them. And that's a very different way of writing. It means the page isn't a place where everything has to become clear. It's a place where things are allowed to remain unclear without pressure. You might write something that doesn't fully make sense, a thought that contradicts what you wrote yesterday, a feeling that you can't trace back to a reason. And instead of correcting it, you let it stay, because understanding isn't always the first step. Sometimes it comes much later, after you've seen the same thought in different forms, after it's had time to settle, shift, return. John Keats called this negative capability, the ability to remain in uncertainties, mysteries, doubts without any irritable reaching after fact and reason. That idea applies to writing more than we realize. Because when you remove the need to understand everything, something else becomes possible. Your writing becomes more honest. Not because it's clear now, but because it's less controlled. You're no longer shaping your thoughts into something that makes sense. You're letting them appear as they are, and that might feel unfamiliar at first. You're used to organizing things, to making them coherent. But your mind doesn't always work in finished sentences. It moves in fragments, in partial ideas and feelings that don't have names yet. And when your writing allows that, it becomes closer to how you actually experience things. There's also a kind of relief in this. You don't have to leave the page with an answer. You don't have to arrive anywhere. You can stop mid-thought, you can write something incomplete, you can close the journal without resolving anything. And that's still enough, because not understanding something right now doesn't mean you won't understand it later. It just means you're allowing it to exist in its current form. If you think about it, some of the things you understand best now were once confusing, but you didn't force clarity out of them. You lived with them long enough for them to become clear on their own. Writing can work the same way. So don't ask yourself, what does this mean? Ask instead, can I let this thought exist without trying to solve it immediately? You don't have to answer that perfectly. Just notice what happens the next time you write, where you feel the urge to explain, where you start searching for a conclusion, and instead of following that impulse, pause there. Let the sentence remain unfinished if it needs to, if you can afford to. Because sometimes the most honest page is the one that doesn't try to understand everything. It just stays close to what's there and trusts that clarity will come in its own time.